What is up, guys? Coming from the KO Podcast, back at you guys with another video. Today we're at my NBA playoff thoughts, some NFL news, and much more right after this. Once again, my name is Kevin Brown from the KO Podcast. Today we got a lot of news to talk about, some playoff thoughts, much more. Before we start the video, remember, guys, to like and subscribe. The button's right down there that way. And you guys should also follow our social medias. And if you don't like seeing the videos, you could also, and rather listen, you could go to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Links in the description, mainly to the Apple Podcast, because that's the one that gives more ratings. Rate us, subscribe to us, follow us, whatever the thing you have to do on Apple Podcasts is. Also, remember, follow our social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, if you guys want. I really don't promote the TikTok. I don't really use it a lot for the channel. But mainly follow my personal Twitter, Kevin_Barral, Barral, just because that is the one where I am mainly active on. And we are now going to be live streaming on Twitch as our third streaming option. So we have YouTube, Facebook, and then Twitch. Later on, I'll be maybe using Twitter since it has over 100 followers. But let's start with our NBA playoff thoughts. Going to the first round, my favorite playoff series was Utah versus Denver. I think it was everyone's favorite first round series, along with the Oklahoma versus Houston. It was a great game, fought right to the end. I loved it from the start. Nothing else to really say. Loved the way both teams were playing out there, and what can you say? Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray were the headlines of that series. Both averaging around 40 points a game, 30, maybe 35, 40 points a game. My thoughts on that final play with the Utah Jazz choosing Mike Conley to choose over Donovan Mitchell was the dumbest play I've heard of in a while. Because yeah, Mike Conley's a good three-point shooter, but Donovan Mitchell was averaging over 40 a game in that series, so why not let him play it? And Mitchell was playing for more than the chip. He was playing for the social justice issues and stuff, so it's tough to see him go out the way he did. But now you see maybe it was for the best because Denver right now is down 2-1 against the Clippers. It's been a good series. Paul George hasn't been at his best, so it's okay. Then we have the Eastern Conference, my favorite series over there. It was not the biggest series there, but it was the Milwaukee Bucks one. You saw how they lost to the Orlando Magic in Game 1. And then the Magic pretty much kept it like this, like tight. It was tight games. There was never like a 30-point blowout. It was at most like a 15-point blowout. But yeah, that was the biggest storyline of that game. And Mike Budenholzer now, it's 3-1 in the second round. So we'll talk about that later. Miami absolutely dominated. Boston absolutely dominated. That was probably the biggest series besides the Bucks and the Bucks and Magic series, because you could pretty much say the process failed. I expected 76ers to at least take this to 6 or 7, but it didn't. Ben Simmons was not injured. I think this could have been a 76ers win over the Celtics in the series. Didn't happen at all. Then we have Toronto versus Brooklyn. That was from the start a sweep, or at most in 5. Shout out to LeVert. Caris LeVert played a great series, fought it out until the very end. Spencer Dinwiddie not able to go. A ton of players not able to go. A lot of players opting out. Kyrie Irving injured. Kevin Durant injured. DeAndre Jordan opted out. And that was pretty much a new Brooklyn team. The hiring of Steve Nash is what happened right after. Jacque Vaughn stayed as the Brooklyn Nets assistant coach. Then we go to our second-seeded Raptors. Yeah. So, yeah, that covers the whole eastern side of the first round. Now the western side, we talked about Utah and Denver, Oklahoma, and Houston. Then we have the Lakers and the Blazers. For a second, I thought, Blazers had them, beat them Game 1. Didn't happen. Lost 3 straight right after that. Then we have the Clippers and the Mavericks, probably one of the more interesting matchups and the most surprising one because the Mavericks took that to 6. If I'm being honest with you guys, if Kristaps Porzingis was not ejected, they would have taken Game 1, Game 2, and then whatever other game they took. It would have been a 7-game series, came down to the wire. possibly Luka taking this Mavericks team to the next series against Denver now. But it's okay. We're gonna hopefully see the Battle of LA. And now we're gonna go to round number 2. What have I seen? We look at Milwaukee versus Miami. That's gonna end today, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. The Miami Heat play the Milwaukee Bucks at Milwaukee, and the Heat are gonna win. There's no way the Heat are gonna lose this game. Now they know how Chris Middleton is when he's Chris Middleton in the playoffs. When Giannis isn't playing in. Giannis walked in with a boot, for the love of God. There's no actual news on Giannis as of right now, for what I know. If there is, I'll pop it up right on the screen. It's right there right now. If there is, if there's not, you're still seeing my face. But honestly, if Giannis is out, this is over. Miami's going to absolutely demolish the Bucks in that fourth quarter with fourth quarter Jimmy, fourth quarter Goran, fourth quarter Tyler Hero. Those guys are bombs. And there's some topic I just want to talk about at the same time. People were saying, imagine Dwayne Wade in this playoff run with the Miami Heat. Dwayne Wade would come off the bench. Let's start off by that. Duncan Robinson, maybe not get enough minutes. Same with Tyler Hero. But one of those guys are going to go in a trade possibly even this summer. And I think it's going to be Kendrick Nunn. We're going to make a lot of off-season videos, so we'll cover that later. But we look at it, this has been tough for Milwaukee, especially now you lose Giannis. Giannis thought he could maybe play game 4, couldn't. Still beat the Heat. It's okay. Still have the Heat beating them tonight. Then we have Raptors versus Celtics. That's been one hell of a series. Celtics start off by absolutely demolishing the Raptors in the first 2 games. Then Raptors come back, beat them twice. Celtics pretty much should have won that 2 games ago, game 4. But Celtics took game 5 and game 6 is tomorrow night or tomorrow someday. I still have the Celtics winning against the Raptors. Now, my opinion changed, yes. You can still watch my playoff video. I still have the same champion on the west side, which are the Clippers. But I changed my opinion, as usual. And I think the Celtics could take the Raptors down, even though bench depth is a problem for the Celtics. And yeah, and now let's go to this Western Conference side. We look at it, Lakers, Houston. That series is, I think, 2-1. I'll confirm that later. But Houston's played a great game of basketball against LeBron, stopping him in game 1. Russell Westbrook hasn't been himself, but it's all fine because it's all good. And the series is actually tied 1-1. I'm sorry, guys. I've been looking to give you guys good news. But yeah, the series is 1-1. Not much more to say after that. These 2 teams are going to battle it out tonight at 9 p.m. See who wins. I have LeBron winning this one, by the way. And then we have on the other side, we already talked about this, Denver and the Clippers. I had the Clippers taking Denver in 7. It's going to be an interesting matchup at the end of the day. I think any team could take it if Denver's bench depth comes in clutch and beats out one of the best benches, the best bench in the league of the Clippers. I think Denver could possibly win 6 or 7, but I have the Clippers anyways. Now I want to move on to some NFL news. Let's start off by the biggest news today. DeAndre Hopkins gets his nice little contract extension, 4 or 5 year deal. Tweet me, most likely will pop up, most likely will not. I'm trying to get this video out to you guys as quick as possible. It's okay. I liked it. You're saying this is going to be Kyler Murray's main offensive target at the start of the day. And for the future, for near future, you're trying to win now, which I like. Another contract news, Alvin Kamara and the Saints are extremely close to reaching a contract extension. My thoughts, I love it. Alvin Kamara was supposed to be a round 1 running back, not round 4 or round 3, wherever he went. And the Saints don't have the best running back group after that. What other news we got for the NFL? We have this Thursday Night Football. Deshaun Watson takes on the Kansas City Chiefs. I have the Chiefs winning 31-24 in Thursday Night Football. It's going to be a good matchup. At the end of the day, Deshaun does not have his main target in Hopkins. Other news, Miami Dolphins have named Ryan Fitzpatrick the starting quarterback. I expected that. I don't know what people's thinking Tua was going to be it. Josh Rosen got released. So at this point, it was a two-man race. And it's okay, you know. I like it because I think Tua should start the 2 games against the Jets this year because, I'm sorry, the Jets are garbage. There's no other way you could say it. Finally, Deshaun Watson gets a 5-year contract extension. Good for him. Gonna officially solidify him as the QB of the future Jacksonville Jaguars. Absolutely a train wreck release. Leonard Fournette. Fournette later signs one day after with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now you have Ronald Jones, Shady McCoy, and now Leonard Fournette. Final piece of news, Josh Rosen signs with the Buccaneers. Gonna learn under the GOAT Tom Brady. You know, if it does pan out to the point where Tom Brady retires and Rosen learns enough, I like Rosen as the future QB. Hasn't gotten a chance in Arizona. Horrible offensive line. Miami, you had Ryan Fitzpatrick in front of you. Now Tampa, you have Tom Brady, but you're going to learn extremely well under Tom Brady. I expected Rosen to stay in Miami this season just in case, you know, either Tua wasn't at his best or Fitzpatrick got injured, but it's okay. It's all okay. Tonight we also have the Miami Marlins, La Noche de Sixto Sanchez playing, pitching up against the Atlanta Braves. The starter is, I'm not quite sure. I think it was supposed to be Max Fried. Fried got injured. Marlins beat the Braves yesterday, 5-4. Great game by the Marlins, and Meguro clutching it up in the 10th. Besides that, if you guys want to see maybe more fantasy football kind of content and MLB fantasy content, please tell me. And if you guys want to start one, tell me, guys, because I'll run some polls on the Instagram. Also, if you don't follow us on the Instagram, we're doing a ton of polls. We're doing a ton of competitions for you guys called MLB Pick'em and now NFL Pick'em. I want to remind you guys, we're doing the NFL Pick'em with us. We'll most likely give you a shout out or a quick prize. I was thinking about the prize. It could be like a shirt or a sticker, wristband. I have no idea. But we want to do that. As of live stream, I will be live probably very soon. We'll do that Friday. Let's make a live stream on Friday at 7 p.m. I'm going to be fair with you guys. You guys deserve it. I haven't been live in a long time. Start promoting it now. Start telling all your friends. Share this video. We're going to be live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. If you guys could follow us on Twitch, link in the description. This video will be on Apple Podcast, so keep that in mind. Once again, like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications if you feel like it, so you know when we're live or when we post a video like this one. Share it, like it, subscribe. That's all I ask you to do, because I want you guys to come back to this channel with more sports news. And I want you guys to interact with us. We want to interact with you. So yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one. So peace out.